The nature of consciousness is one of humanity's oldest mysteries. As we explore this fascinating topic, we'll journey from ancient spiritual practices to modern theories in physics, discussing how thinkers like Roger Penrose propose that consciousness might connect to quantum forms beyond physical life. Humans have long pondered what it means to be conscious. Ancient texts across cultures, from the Upanishads of India to Buddhist and Taoist philosophies in Asia, suggest that consciousness may not be bound to the body. Shamans, mystics, and philosophers explored consciousness through meditation, ritual, and introspection, often considering the mind and body as distinct, with consciousness capable of existing independently. Fast forward to the Enlightenment, and consciousness began to be explored scientifically. The 17th century philosopher René Descartes proposed dualism, the idea that the mind and body are separate, with consciousness belonging to the mind. While Descartes didn't use today's terminology, his work laid groundwork for modern debates about consciousness and its potential independence from physical form. In the 19th and 20th centuries, advances in neuroscience began shifting the view that consciousness is tied to brain activity. Scientists could observe electrical signals, study brain anatomy, and link specific regions to emotions, memory, and sensation. This approach, called materialism, posits that consciousness arises solely from brain activity and ceases when the brain stops functioning. But materialism raised challenging questions. If consciousness is purely physical, why do humans experience emotions, dreams, or altered states that aren't easily explained by brain chemistry? These questions led to further exploration in fields such as psychology, cognitive science, and eventually quantum physics. Quantum mechanics redefined our understanding of reality. Particles behave in strange, unpredictable ways. They exist in multiple places or states simultaneously until measured. Scientists like Niels Bohr and Albert Einstein debated the implications of quantum theory, questioning the nature of reality and the observer's effect on outcomes. The intersection of consciousness and quantum mechanics intrigued many, suggesting that consciousness might influence quantum processes. Yet, no definitive evidence links the two, only intriguing possibilities. This is where Sir Roger Penrose, who won a Nobel Prize in Physics in 2020, enters the story. Roger Penrose, a physicist known for groundbreaking work on black holes and singularities, developed a controversial theory of consciousness with anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff. Penrose suggested that consciousness might emerge from quantum processes within the brain, specifically within structures called microtubules in neurons. Their theory, called Orchestrated Objective Reduction, proposes that consciousness could be a form of quantum computation. They believe that quantum states within microtubules could explain why human experience is coherent and non-local, like a unified awareness, rather than fragmented pieces of information. One of the most intriguing aspects of Penrose and Hameroff's theory is quantum recall, the idea that consciousness, if fundamentally tied to quantum processes, might persist beyond physical death. According to the Orch-OR theory, consciousness arises from quantum computations within neuron structures called microtubules. Penrose and Hameroff suggest that when someone dies, the quantum information encoded in these microtubules may not disappear. Instead, it could continue to exist within the universe, similar to how particles in quantum states retain memories of their interactions. This suggests that consciousness might not simply vanish, but instead dissolve into a larger quantum field, where it could still retain impressions of past states or recall existence. This concept doesn't imply a traditional afterlife, but rather a subtle form of persistence, consciousness existing as part of the universe's quantum structure. If quantum information does not dissipate, but instead joins a larger field, one could speculate that it might even influence the development of new consciousness elsewhere. An idea that resonates with certain concepts of reincarnation, but in a purely quantum sense. Though speculative, this view has parallels with phenomena like near-death experiences, where people report vivid perceptions despite physical trauma. Quantum recall could, hypothetically, explain why some aspects of consciousness feel as though they continue beyond physical limits. Not all scientists agree with Penrose and Hameroff. Some see Orch-OR as unfalsifiable, meaning it cannot be scientifically proven or disproven. Critics argue that consciousness may be purely biological, while others believe Penrose's work could inspire new fields of inquiry. Consciousness, they argue, might one day be understood in a way that merges biology with quantum physics, even if Penrose's ideas are eventually disproved. Despite controversy, Penrose and Hameroff's theory has sparked serious discussions on consciousness and quantum mechanics. Neuroscientists and physicists are exploring these intersections, searching for concrete evidence. We may one day understand if consciousness is an emergent property of quantum processes or something else entirely.